So what a difference. We had another special meeting on 8/14 with representatives from Energy. And then we had a public hearing to change the highway superintendent to an appointed position. We approved that law. Then we had another special meeting August 28th for the wind law. And then I think Sue spent a lot of time and aggravation on this, but we switched phones from Verizon to Spectrum, so everything's kind of all under one hat now. Yearly savings, I'm not exactly sure on the exact dollar amount.
I'm thinking it was like $1,500 a year. It was quite a bit.
Because Verizon was hitting us on long distance and all kinds of things. Plus less vouchers to process because they'd send us multiple vouchers each month for that. And then we sent the third 239M review to the Steuben County Planning Board. In September, met with Baldwin's for the budget meeting. We had a public hearing on 9/11 governing the wind energy facilities in the town of Fremont. We went over the budget with the board, and then we had a special meeting on September 20th approving the wind law. In October, we had a public hearing to review the preliminary budget for 2019. Chapman started the replacement of electric heaters in the basement and found the burnt wire and weak walls. The record retention schedule was approved, and the preliminary budget was approved. And we also sent a letter stating that we approved our wind law to Steuben County Planning Board. And then there was the large Bearing Winds meeting, October 11th and 12th at the Hornell City Court. In November, we had an update from Jamie Johnson from the Steuben County IDA on the Bearing Winds pilot payments. And then an update from Energy, Hunt Engineers, and Seth Paulin, our attorney. The 2019 budget was approved, and the highway roof was almost complete. The Briggs Estate CD was renewed at 1.25%. Before it was 0.01%, and we made a whopping $2.68 for that year. So we're making some money on that now. In December, we met with Assemblyman Palmisano, Fremont Fire Department, DOT, and Fremont Highway for drainage issues at the fire hall. They're actually going to put in 2 septic tank type boxes out front to catch a lot of the water from State Route 21.
But then what are they gonna, what are they gonna do with it then?
They have a liner in it, and they'll go out into the ground.
Okay.
It's not the perfect fix.
No, there's not much of anything you can do out there, it's gonna be perfect.
No. Well, you could put a big pipe in, but they were talking it'd be almost $500,000 to pipe it all the way down.
And we wanna buy a truck.
No, it wouldn't be our
State.
cost. It's the
Oh,
state.
the state, oh.
So they're gonna do this, see if it works, and then possibly move on to that. These you can clean out. So the ones that are currently there have been there 20+ years, and you can't clean them out due to the way they're designed. They're filled with rocks, so they fill up with soot. They're filled to the top. So hopefully this works. It'll help out coming right down here on the corner and our neighbors out back here.
Well, at least for a while, anything will be better.
Yeah.
And then the state's doing that?
State's doing
Yes,
all that.
Yeah, not bad.
2 more members were added to the ZBA in December, and then Dean has been repairing the basement walls, and they're almost complete and looking good. And then I just renewed the CD at 2%. We gained $1,361.59 just from those 5 months. And then a new CD for Fremont Old Home Days was put in at 2% also. So both of those will renew on December 20th. I got pretty stressed out writing this. It's a rough year. But one more thing. We have the Association of Towns is having their annual meeting in New York City, February 17th through the 20th. If anyone's interested, I have the paperwork. You want a trip to New York City, bud?
Or not.
But at this time, we'll open up to public comment. Frank, you look like you want to say something.
I ended up getting in, as things come up, I've had
I know.
what I wanted to say, and, you know, so,
Sometimes it's easier that way.
you know,
What's the next procedure with the wind towers?
The wind towers, we're waiting for them to file your updated amendments.
Right, yeah, so, yeah, quickly, updated amendment, expect file on February first. Generally, Supervisor mentioned in the updates, a meeting that was held, to address the town of Fremont's issue list in regards to the Bearing Winds project. So we met with two representatives from the town's attorney, Hunt Engineering, and some representatives from Energy. And, items that were discussed during that will be, addressed within that amendment on February first, right? The next step is the parties would then write, testimony, essentially, in their views on that document. We in turn would write a rebuttal, right? And eventually it ends up, what we can't agree on, or haven't agreed on already, would end up in a hearing in front of a judge that's, been appointed to Bearing Wind.
Now, is the lawyer gonna file a motion to extend the deadline of January 11th?
We talked about it. I got a ton of open emails because that conversation went on yesterday. And I know that Jim Moscato, the thing is, we know that the timeline's aggressive, and we want to be certain that the towns have had ample opportunity and the agencies to review the current record, right, what was submitted and approved back in September, and the questions that have come in since then that we've addressed, right? So I know we've gotten a call, or Mr. Moscato had talked to Seth Pullen, who had asked for some, maybe some relief on the schedule. And that Mr. Moscato called Heather Binky, who is the attorney from the DPS yesterday, and I'm not certain where all that came out.
Because Hunt Engineer is kind of sitting and waiting and not doing, because we don't want to waste money.
Exactly.
They're not
right.
doing a thing until you put that new amendment up.
Sure, yeah.
And then they're gonna need time to review it.
Exactly, yeah,
So-
exactly.
You need to kind of communicate with the judge.
Yeah, yes, we believe, I think that with the amendment filed on February first, we would give the towns at least 3 weeks to review it. Yeah, so Hunt would have ample opportunity to go through it. Completely sensitive to the desire not to waste interviewer funds, for sure, and we've addressed that with Hunt, I know at least twice now, and understand their sensitivity to it. So filing on the first, and then 3 weeks to provide the testimony relative to that amendment.
So is Moscato gonna contact the judge and extend?
He had a call with the judge, with the Department of Public Services attorney, Heather, yesterday, but anyway, I'm not sure exactly where. Yeah, but that's the intent, is to provide that.
Because the deadline was January 11th.
Thanks, you,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know Hunt called me kind of worried.
yeah.
They were
yeah.
only gonna have a couple days.
Right. Yeah, one other thing of interest, the additional visual simulations that have been requested, I think there are 30. Those will also be included in the amendment, just so you
Okay.
know.
They found a sunny day.
They did, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, 2 things on that, just interesting, is they did find a sunny day, so they went and took photographs. The other thing is we've been working to do ortho photos. This may be of interest to the town. We're happy to donate them to the town. High resolution photographs, either better than, they're like 1 foot, like, I don't know the resolution, but it's better than what you get on Google Earth for sure. And they're new, right? And we've been looking for a time to fly those. You may have seen some white markers. We talked about those. Yeah, so 2 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago, there were some clear skies, and they flew the route. You may have seen the plane. So they did 2 things. They did 2-foot contours, so we use that for engineering. So we can tell that elevation changes over 2-foot area, which also could be helpful to the town, certainly to the, but for the long run, why not, right?
Yeah, we like those.
Yeah, sure. And then they took the photographs. There's a light dusting of snow that remains in certain areas. So we're not sure if those photographs are going to work. If they don't, then they're going to refly it. But we're worried that they're not going to be able to refly it until April or May. It's one instance, we'll take care of that in the long run, but that's essentially where we are. Thank you. Yeah.
One more. We need to approve the payment of bills. Most important one.
I make a motion to pay the bills. I'll start it.